Raise one hand, side bends. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, and 3. Okay, next, palms in front of you. You're gonna bend the waist. Just go as far as you can. 1, 2, 3 to your right. 1, 2, 3 to your left. 1, 2, 3. Palms up. Inhale. Exhale. Palms down. Again. 1, 2, 3. Switch to your right. 1, 2, 3 to your left. 1, 2, 3. Palms up. Inhale. Turn the palms down. Exhale. Again. 1, 2, 3 to your right. 1, 2, 3 to your left. 1, 2, 3. Palms up. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, next, palms in your waist. Waist rotations to your right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Switch opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Okay, knee rotations. Cross your hands, bend your knees, turn to your right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Switch hands, switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Palms in your waist. Okay, neck exercises. Turn to your right. 12 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Tilt it to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Rotations 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Switch opposite side. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, open up the stance. Heels out, toes out, heels out, toes out. Okay, turn. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Okay, cross your fingers, turn to your right. Gonna stretch it a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Gonna stretch the hamstrings. Bend from the waist. Just go as far as you can. Try to bring your chest to your knee if you can. Okay, we're gonna switch. Opposite side. Switch. Switch. One more time. Okay, middle. Okay, just go as far as you can. If you're more flexible, try to spread out your legs. Just go as far as you can. Okay, try to sit back if you can. Perfect. Okay, stretch to one side. Just go as far as you can. If you cannot go all the way, just grab your legs. Try to pull, stretch. Switch. Switch again. Okay, switch one more time. Okay, middle. Just go as far as you can. Try to bend from the waist. Okay, up. We got one more stretch. If you're not flexible, just go as far as you can. Okay, switch. Okay, middle. Okay, close it up. Shake it out. Perfect. Okay, knee raises. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Shake it out. Deep breathing. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, ready? Punching. Palm up. Punch to your center. Okay, switch. Okay, you're going to switch to the side. Okay, opposite side. Okay, next, both palms up, diagonal punch. Slightly turn the waist. And last one. Good. Side fist to the side. Begin. Okay, switch. Okay, last one. Okay, palms in front. Circles. Take your time if you're a beginner. Okay, back fist to the side. Okay, next, opposite side. And last punch. Perfect. Keep breathing. Thumbs up. Inhale. Exhale down gently. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, next, horse stance. Feet 3 inches apart. Slightly bend your knees. Heels out, toes out, heels out, and toes out. Okay, try to bend your knees if you can. Okay, punching first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Close. 1, 2, and 3. Low block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Close. 1, 2, and 3. Middle block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Close. Extend your palm. 1, 2, and 3. High block. Eyebrow level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Close. 1, 2, and 3. All 3 punches. Low, middle, high. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, and 3. Extend, close. 1, 2, and 3. Low block and punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Close. 1, 2, and 3. Middle block and punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Extend your palms. 1, 2, and 3. high block and punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Close. 1, 2, and 3. Palms together. Extend your fingers. Okay, pressing to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, back to the middle. Low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, back. Okay, eyebrow level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, last set in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, thrust, turn, close. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, heels in, toes in, heels out. Shake it out. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, kicks. Take your right foot, bring it to the back, so you should be in a leaning stance. Palms in front of you. Okay, front and step. Okay, 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, switch. Opposite foot. Palms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Switch. Heel kick. So you're going to kick with the heel. Palms up. 1, 2. Raise the neck, the knee. Extend with the heel. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch. Okay, opposite foot. 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, need to switch. Straight heel up. Okay, this time try not to bend the knee. The knees kind of straight up. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, switch. Opposite leg, leaning stance, palms up. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Okay, last set of kicks. Roundhouse to the waist. Okay, ready? Palms up. Bring your knee up. Waist side, back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, switch. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Okay, deep breathing. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we're going to do the 5 stances. I'm going to turn around, face the mirror, then I'm going to do it a couple times. Okay, going once and then backwards. Okay, shoulder width. Okay, begin, thumbs up. 1, 2, 3, press, turn, pull, 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, press, salute, 1, 2, 3. Okay, bring the palms down, 1, open up, 2, side step, punch, 1, step up to leaning, remove, turn, punch, cross step. Okay, turn, back fist. Okay, block, suspended or cat stance, punch, step back, horse stance, leaning. Okay, raise your foot. You're gonna step 1. If you cannot jump, just step through. Chop. Okay, leaning, uppercut, close. Okay, that was the back side. Now I'll give you the front view. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Press, turn, pull, open up. 1, 2, 3, up, down, thrust. Sit up, salute, close. Okay, set up your hands, open up the horse stance, block, slide step, punch, step up, remove, turn, and punch, cross step. Okay, spin, corner back fist, eyebrow level, dragon or middle block, suspend it, punch, step back, block. Okay, up. Okay, this time I'm going to jump, chop, uppercut, and close. Perfect. Keep breathing. Inhale, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, next we're going to do the first form, Moy Fa Kuen. Okay, I'm going to do it slow for the beginners. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Step, suspended, salute. 1, 2, 3. Bend your knees, turn. Offset horse stance. High block, low block, cross stance, dragon. Set up your hands, step back. 1, 2, 3. Remove, step up to leaning, block, punch. Squat down, 1. Uppercut, 2. Remove, step forward, punch. Suspended, horse stance. Lean to the rear, drunken fist. High block, step up, punch. Squat down, uppercut. Slide step, remove. Squat down, trapping hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Step to the rear. Remove. Elbow. Back fist. Palm. High block. Outside crescent kick. You're going to jump. Kick. Step. Press. Trapping hand. Back fist. Remove. Punch. Step back. 1, 2. Slide step. Palm. Scoop. Press. Kick. Punch. Dragon. Set up your hand. Step back. Good. Slide step. Punch. Middle blocks. Loop. Step back. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next. Shake it out. Keep breathing. 1, 2, and 3. Next, we'll do the second form. Hung Gar Kung Fu. Okay, ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Salute. 1, 2, 3. Turn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Step back. 1, 2. Block. Side step. Punch. 1. Step 2. Diagonal punch. 1, 2, 3. 1. Cross step. 2. Spin. 1, 2, 3. Kick. Switch. Thrust. 1, 2, 3. Blade kick. Set up. Phoenix eye. 1. Step. 1, 2. Remove. Elbow. Strike down. Back fist. Step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cross step. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, butterflies. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Middle block. Offset. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Step. 1, 2. Set up your hands. Salute. Step back. 1, 2, 3. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, next, third form. Bambukan. Okay, I'm going to step a little to the side. Okay, begin. Up. 1, 2, 3. Hop. 1, 2. Step. 1, 2, 3. Step. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Set up your hands. Thrust. Pull. 1. Ginger fist. 2, 3. 1. Step. 1, 2, 3. 1. Step up. 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Chop. 1. Scoop. turn, 1. Separate the hands, pull, 1, 2, punch. Separate hands, 1, 2, 3. You're going to jump, 1, slap, hook, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You're welcome. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Uppercut. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hook. Back fist. 1, 1, 2, 3. Step through. 1, 2, and 3. Good. So it's good to know. I have to be over here now. Keep breathing. In the middle. Okay. 2 and 3. Okay, see who's going to come in.
Go, coming in. So, Kevin, I know you're watching. Good. You remember our names. That's amazing. So yeah, like last class, I went over different pieces of different forms because of the people following the class. So, last time we went through all the bits and pieces of the third form and second form. We went through some, and then in the first form, we got up to about the jump kick, the trapping hand, and the back fist, right? So this is where we pick up from. So we Cheurng Kuen. This is going to the last leg of the form, and you punch. Last leg of the form, and you palm. Okay, so let's do that again. From here, we come back to the center, sliding step, palm, scoop, press, kick, step forward, and punch. Dragon claw. Okay, so let's do that. That's the next section, right? So remember, we pass through center, and we do the Cheurng Kuen, right? Sliding step, palm, scoop, press, kick, go to leaning, punch, dragon claw. Put your hand here, just like in the beginning. Step back, Cheurng Kuen. Sliding step, punch. Put your hand here, turn, and then we close. 1, 2, 3. So those are the closing movements if you haven't done that already. So here, 1, 2. This is the same sequence that happens in the second form with the kick. Anyways, this part is different, but this part is really movements you learned in the very beginning. Now this punch and the salute go together. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's the ending of that first form. Now we're like this, closing movement. This is standard. Punch, turn, salute. Okay. Punch, turn, salute. And then we step back 3 times. Okay, so that's the closing to the first form. So if you're working on first form, you have from the last couple of sessions, you have those segments going around the space to do that complete form. And then last time with the second form, we worked on chop, scoop, press, kick, and punch. And then we changed directions. That's the same as in the first form when we change. So here, we're just going to come back, sliding step, punch, okay? So the next piece, we're going to take this piece, diagonal strike, double up, elbow down, and dragon. Okay, so that's that next section, okay? So after we Cheurng Kuen, sliding step punch, we step through, okay, diagonal strike, double block, elbow down, and dragon. Okay, we try that again. 1, 2, 3. You notice when I step through, I set up, strike, lift, horse stance, dragon. Okay, so that's where we leave off there, all right? So once you get to that, that's a good section to practice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because that's one piece you can practice. Now remember, forms are made up of pieces linked together. So you have a bunch of movements there. You have your this, that you have your this punch, then you have your diagonal strike. That's a pretty fundamental strike. It's a real basic. It falls in a category. Okay, now from there, okay, once we're in the dragon claw, we're going to turn. Now in 5 stances, you have this. This time you're like this. Then we turn, palm strike, scoop, press, kick, but we're going to jump back. So when you kick, we would have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, jump. 3, 4, 5. Okay, another 5 movements, all right? We just turn, ready? We're here. Turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, jump back, down, open, chop. Okay, so we're here, right? Palm. This is the kick that you already know. This is the 2 movements. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we do a diagonal strike. That's this, but we have this step. So that's the same position as when we kick. That's the same position. Okay, so we're here, just turn. We fill that with a kick. Step down, 1 and 2. So that's a lot of sequence right there. That's that whole leg. If you combine all of it, you have the whole section of that side. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's one piece. 1, here's your turn. Scoop, press, kick. Here's your jump back. 1, 2, 3. Okay, once you get this, you have a few more moves. 1, kick, press down, and phoenix eye. And phoenix eye is this index finger. It's a fist, and the index finger just stays halfway out, sticks up, and it looks like that. Okay, so the hand is pressing and striking. So that's a series of movements that you can practice for form this weekend. So the kids, just break it into those smaller pieces, learn it. Then when you take that chunk and you add it, then your form starts to get longer and you build the sequence. Okay. Now, that's the second form. If you get both sides, the only difference is you have this elbow. So in the forms, the first and second form, you have this elbow. 1, 2, 3. That's the rolling elbow. And then in the second form, you have the thrusting elbow. Dropping palm and back fist. Elbow, dropping palm, back fist. You have elbow as a roll, back fist and palm. You have elbow as a poke, strike down, and back fist. So those in the back side of the form. So if we start a form facing this way, the back side would be there. So you have both elbows in the back side. And that's something that if you get through the sequence and you're kind of copying, you might not know exactly how to do it. So when you punch, you put your hand behind here and you turn elbow, strike down. So when you elbow, this opens up, strike, you make a fist and it comes in through the center, back fist, and that stops. Okay, and you actually have back fist in the first form, but in the first form you would end up doing this, right? So you can see as you start to learn more and more movements, all of it starts to make sense, and then you're not really relearning every little thing. you're relearning sequence, but you're actually not really learning, a whole bunch of different strikes. They're pretty standard, right? Okay, then mine also went through the third form. So a lot of you have learned the third form, and what do we have? We worked on the jump kick last time and the cutting movements. So I'm just moving around in different forms to work on different striking techniques. So last time, I think we went all the way through to the left hook. So I said a hook is really this or this. So you have a left one, there's a right one, and a left one. So if my hand is here and I go up, there's the right one. If my hand is here, there's the left one. So where do they show up? They show up in the form after we slice. Here's one, okay? And that's just before we do the squat down and the lift when we worked on that last class. Then you have, after the sweep, we have this movement where you hook, chop. This hand is here, and you have your left hook and your left back fist, and you have this, okay? So where do we go? We go from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hop, 1, 2, 3, step through, punch, and then we end up turning, and it looks like that. Then we did the closing movements, and you're doing that. So, these movements are just getting pulled out of the form. All right, so we did, say, 2 sweeps. Okay, there's the third one. Here's the chop, the hook, the back fist, the cut, the hop. And we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's really at the end of the form. Now going to the beginning of the form, there were a lot of you that were just starting this. We know that we're going here. We have this, this, and this, right? With the hop. Then this is a standard sliding step. So you have to learn this step. The step is pulling the back foot up and putting it sort of close to underneath that supporting foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't do this. Don't do that. A lot of people learning it makes it look like you're riding a horse. You're not riding a horse. That's what a lot of kids would do in the beginning. You're actually moving up. Moving up. So what's the advantage of moving up? So if I go like this, what can I do with my legs besides that? If I go like this, see, you can actually move. That's what that footwork is. It's more of a moving in. Now I'm ready to move, depending on what you plan to do. You can kick, you can knee, you can do many things. If you're like this, there's your knee strike, there's your front kick, there's your blade kick. So really what it is this, it's moving, you go backwards, you're like that. So that's kind of what the footwork is like. So you're advancing and retreating, advancing and retreating. All right, okay, a couple of deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So I think basically in third form, most of the things we've gone over. If you have any questions on the first, the second, or the third form, you should kind of give us a heads up. You can let us know in the chat while you're watching the video, or maybe at another time send some kind of message. That way, I know what part you're having a little trouble with, because doing classes online, I actually can't see you, so I don't know where you are and what part of the form. So if you have some problems, or if we're moving too fast, you can ask to slow it down a little bit, but I won't slow down the whole session simply because we've run out of time. All right, now let's see. With the fourth form, we have a lot of punches, a lot of removal in that form. So one of the things I highlighted last time was that when you make your exchange, your legs need to go to a complete stance. So you have to get used to turning, opening your hip and pushing out. Okay? So a horse stance is this. Your feet are pretty close to parallel as you can. Depends on that. And here's your leaning stance. So your feet are parallel here. And if I open my stance and I go like that. So this stance where you're kind of like both toes are pointing out is more like a Tai Chi stance. So do we have this in Kung Fu? Yeah, we have it during a transition. So when we turn, now I pass through here to go to here. So I go to here to go to there. So actually you have to get your legs to alternate, because when this one bends, there's my stance. When this one bends, there's my stance. So you have to finish your stance, get into that big lean so that you have more weight on the front leg. So that happens a lot in the form. We're in the horse. This is a palm strike. So this goes to your center. It's not elbow out like this. We do have this, which is really a poke. You poke toward the center, and you're poking toward the eyes. Okay, this is a poke. So once we do this, 2, 3, right, we close. But once we do this, 1, 2, 3, we don't forget we have to go up, down, and over. Put your left hand on top, 1, 2, 3, and fold. Okay, we're here. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, down, up, back, and down. 1, 2, 3, back, up, back, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the wrist block. Okay? Now, sweeping is just like in the third form. The only difference is this is your fingers, and this is a grab. Okay, so I did this, a little bit, angle it down, shoulder height, so it's lower. So when you see from the front view, the hands opposite, 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 opposite. Two things to avoid: doing it like that. You don't want the foot to be up here. You want it to be down here. When you're up here, you're kind of unstable. You want to be here so you can switch and sweep. So this is really like a trip. You have a leg here, you're tripping the person and capturing the arm. So you imagine a punch coming, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, you got that? Corner back fist, as I mentioned. If you want to practice your corner back fist, you can go high, middle, low, low, middle, high, middle, low. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's just like this exercise, but in a stance. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So when you turn, it goes there. Okay, if you turn, it goes there. You see what I did there? There's a back fist here, and then back fist there. That's really what happens in the form. In the beginning, you have one that's in this back corner. Then later on, you're going to have one in that same back corner. So that just shows you when you do a back fist and you spin, you can do another one. And what's a spin? You cross over and you turn. You have that from the second form. You have that later when you get to the eighth form, and we turn. And then we jump and we go into that corner. So, these are maneuvers. So think of maneuvers as a technique. You have footwork, leg work. You have hands depending on what your target area is. Face, shoulder height. And remember, you're always doing movements targeting your own body. So eye level, face level is here. I just might have exaggerated that, but it's really here. And then here. And then shoulder height is shoulder height. Okay, so what else is there in the fourth form that I think you might have a little trouble with? This movement. Horse stance. Hold the hands here, take a step, and poke to the throat. Not up there, here. Return. This is called pak bu. Step up and thrust. So that takes a little bit of, because a lot of times when we move our hands, we want to wind up like that. So don't do this. Don't do that. Go like this, stomp, leave your hands here, and drive it in from there. Most efficient. Because if you block like this, you want to go right in. Block, in, block, in, block, in, block, in. So you really, that's a shorter energy. That's what, long strength is like that. Short strength is like that. When you're punching, you're there. Finishing. The finishing touches where you generate the power. You don't need to start power here. There's nothing going on here. The power has to be here on impact. So if I block like this, I don't need to, I just like get my hand in position and then thrust. But because our body's momentum and the idea of the body going forward creates some directional force, you will be able to get power. So movements that are at full extension, how do you get to throw it again? You have to pull back, range of motion. So when you're here, 1, 2, 1, you have to pull back and strike. But you really, as part of your movement, it becomes a sequence, or it becomes a coordination where you can generate power. But if you go like this, or you go like this and you're stiff, and you can't do anything from here. You have to relax and then create the next movement. So that's how we cycle through our movements from one to another. So when you learn to coordinate your body and get some of those things to happen sort of automatically, spontaneous, then those movements will be executed a lot faster and more efficient. So efficiency of movement comes from moving where the hands are in position to move. That's what we're learning from form. Last Saturday, I talked about the advantages of learning something that's a traditional art, is because you're not just learning how to fight. That's part of it. But you're also learning how to coordinate your body and move and understand how your body moves functionally. So that's the biggest advantage you have learning like this, because as you get older, and kids will never get older, you never will be as old as your grandfather, but at some point you realize that you could be there pretty fast. But when you get to that age and you didn't learn how to move your body, you're going to have some trouble. I call it age-related degeneration. So it's just one of those things. But so coordination and moving your body and developing balance, whether it's just doing that, that's all you're doing, but you're hopping. Now this actually going back to the third form, when you go like this, there's an action. So when you lift the here, it's not just there. It's another one. So, it's giving you a stable position for the knee strike. But it also makes you work this leg. Because how often do you lift your leg and create a strike like that? That's what a knee strike is. It's something that you can learn to do, but you have to have, in order to do a knee strike, you have to be in a good, strong position. So you have to, you see there's a kind of a give and take. When the foot goes down, the leg goes up. Okay, so uppercut, we have it in the first form. But in this third form, it's an uppercut on the back leg. See, those are the differences. So even though you learn these movements, as you progress and you begin to understand and kind of see movements more clearly, you begin to realize, well, okay, there's a front leg, there's a back leg, depending on that relationship, you can see that there's different, and it's different, when I do an uppercut like this, there's a balance. When I do an uppercut like this, there is a balance, but it's different. You can't do this one and have the same feeling as this one. So you can go into those positions and see what they feel like and see what the difference is. If I'm here, now, does this feel the same? Even though this is how we do this uppercut, does this feel the same? It doesn't have the same effect it has in it, but this one does, because your body, the upper body, ties into those movements much more efficiently. So that's something that we can get understanding out of form. So form has, for a training tool, houses all these positions that we're going through. Then the other thing is it builds memory. For some of you guys that are learning form, you say, well, I can't memorize. Well, memorizing it without actually getting the body to do it is even a little bit more difficult. When you do something with your body starts to learn it, as a sequence. And believe it or not, once your body learns it, it kind of tells the brain that this is what the sequence is. Whereas if you're just trying to purely memorize it and you're just reciting it, you can't make the relationship or correlation between what you're trying to memorize and what the movement feels and looks like. So there's a step, beyond just memory. You can memorize a poem, you can memorize a sentence, you can memorize the alphabet, but once you bring in your movements, then it becomes another stage of type of memory. It's different, but it supports each other. And at the same time, when you build, this kind of memory, there's a relationship between the mind and body that eventually will start to explain why we have to do things a certain way. So for adults, this probably all makes a lot of sense to you. But as adults, we tend to, look at things differently. Sometimes adults will overthink it more than they need to. So to really, best way to learn this stuff is just do it. Do it over and over again, and then pick up some of the theoretical side of it from, what I talk about, and he just kind of house that. But doing it and doing it often is the only way that we can really get that experience. Because it is a journey, and as you pick up on the strategies of how the traditionalists learn, you realize that that's probably how we learn mostly anything. So on that note, give us a thumbs up, go to WeChat, not WeChat, go to social media, and give us a thumbs up, subscribe. The numbers have been good. A lot of you are following, but and then the communication. Let us know what you want, or that you missed a certain point, and if I find out what that is, then I can actually focus on that and clarify, anything that's not understood. We're going to have the Parkinson's class in a few minutes, and then followed by the 2 pillar forms, Advanced Kung Fu, Intermediate and Advanced. All right, so I'll see you next time.